I did not plan to stop that day. Sometimes, rescue does not begin with urgency or panic. Sometimes, it begins with a feeling you can't ignore. When I first saw him, he was not moving much. He was not hiding. He was not trying to run away. He was simply sitting there, quiet and still, as if he had already learned that resistance no longer changed anything. His face looked heavy, different from what it should have been. But his eyes were calm. Not empty. Not aggressive. Just tired and strangely gentle. I walked closer, slowly, giving him space. I did not reach out. I did not rush. And then something happened that stopped me completely. He lifted his paw and placed it softly into my hand. That moment said everything. It was not fear. It was not desperation. It was trust given quietly, without knowing what would come next. I knelt beside him and spoke in a low voice. He did not pull away. He did not tense up. Instead, he leaned closer, as if he had already decided that I was safe. We gave him water, slowly and carefully. He drank calmly, without panic. When I touched his head, he stayed still, not frozen, but relaxed. That was when I realized something important. Whatever he had been through, he was still choosing kindness. We decided to take him to the veterinary clinic, not knowing exactly what we would find, but knowing one thing for sure: he should not be alone anymore. At the clinic, the doctors examined him carefully. They explained that the changes in his face had not happened suddenly. This was something that had been developing over a long time. Something he had been living with silently. There were no dramatic promises made that day. No instant solutions. The goal was not to fix everything at once. The goal was simple: to make sure he felt safe, comfortable, and cared for. Even in the unfamiliar environment of the clinic, surrounded by new sounds and people, he remained calm. He followed gentle hands. He allowed the examinations. He rested quietly, as if a weight he had been carrying for a long time was finally being shared. That day taught me something. Rescue is not always loud. It is not always chaotic. Sometimes, it is incredibly quiet. It is a dog offering his paw. It is a decision to stay. It is choosing dignity over turning away. Over the following days, he settled into care. He began to recognize familiar voices. He responded to gentle routines. Each small moment mattered: every calm breath, every step without fear, every time he chose to stay close instead of pulling away. He did not ask for much. Just patience. Just consistency. Just someone who would not disappear. And slowly, that trust grew stronger. There was a moment when I realized something had truly changed. He was not just accepting help anymore, he was expecting kindness. He looked up when he heard footsteps. He leaned into touch. He rested peacefully, without watching every movement around him. That is when I understood. This rescue was not about saving him from something. It was about giving him something he had been missing for a long time. A sense of safety. Sometimes, the most powerful transformations do not happen overnight. They happen quietly, through presence, through care, through showing up again and again. And sometimes, all it takes to begin that transformation is a paw placed gently in your hand. And a decision to stay.